Danny, obviously a big win today. Your thoughts on the performance?
Excellent performance. I think even at half-time, even at 0-0, I think we were a bit disappointed with the missed chances. Could have been 2-0 up, 3-0 even. But saying that, they were quite dangerous from set pieces, from crosses. We saw their game plan. We knew what it was going to be, and fair play to them. Their managers taken over and turned it around because they were nailed on for relegation, I think, and now we know they're much more of a threat. So we weren't coming here taking them lightly. Second half, you get that one goal and all of a sudden everyone can have a bit of a breather. Then you get the second and you can start to enjoy the afternoon whilst keeping things professional. So yes, disappointed to concede right at the end, but before the game I'm sure everyone would have taken a 4-1 victory.
Yeah, you talked about the set pieces as well that Barnet had. They were really troubling the side, weren't they, in the first half?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think we've got a lot of credit to the lads today who marked and did defensive jobs. Like Manny, Kingy, sort of marking lads maybe twice the size because they were a lot bigger than us on paper, but they were very professional, very mature in what they did. They were very disciplined and listened to the roles and responsibilities that myself and the manager give them at those moments. Lochi obviously is having a great season behind him, so we feel confident every time we defend set pieces, even against the bigger, more physical teams maybe, and then we attack them when we have Grimes to get on the end of it, deflected and quasi score. So we are a threat set pieces, and we're very, very disciplined with them against, but we've got a lot of hard physical teams to play and we've got to make sure we don't take our foot off the gas in that department.
5 changes today. Was it a rotational thing or is there any injuries?
I think Kelvin came off at half-time. He had a bad whack on his ankle again, which he got at Chelsea. I think when he gave away the penalty, funny enough, he really hurt his ankles. I think that flared up. We've got a good squad, we've got some good players, and we've got some good players come back from injury now. So I think the gaffer likes to pick a team to win each game, which I think he's shown he's done, and the season and the way we're going shows that those decisions have been justified. So the biggest thing he said after the game was the apart from the performance and the result was the attitude of the subs that came on, because if the subs come on and just go 50% and stroll around, there's no point bringing them on. So they know that, and that's why they come on and fit into place and give it their all when they do enter that pitch.
Exemplified by that Jim Kellerman ball for Jeff King as well, from splitting from the right hand side. I mean, that was an excellent move. It
was brilliant, great move. Really pleased for Jim. He comes on the pitch and works his socks off, but he does some great things for the team as well with the ball. We identified before the game they like to play a high line a lot of the time, and I think that showed. We got in a few times, should have scored. Mandy made with the lob first half. Kingy and the way the gaffer wants our wing backs to play, they're always looking as threats, almost as added forwards to get in behind. And to be fair to Jeff, when he's in that position, it's a great ball across. And God knows how many assists he's made this season, but I think he must be up there with the most assists in the league, whether it be from set pieces or open play. So it's just said to Phil, it's harsh to pick out anyone in particular, because I thought from a man, from goalie all the way to the strikers, plus the subs, I thought they were fantastic. And I think the last time I did this interview with yourself, it's the same thing, and to win the league, to get promotion, that has to be maintained. It can't slip off, because you won't win football games.
And the icing on the cake, I suppose, was Jeff King's 30-yard free kick, an unbelievable strike.
Players are trying to say it was an own goal, which was a bit harsh, because it deflected off the lad's head, but I thought their goalie had quite a good game. It was a big lad, so the deflection may have helped, but I think when you're winning a game like we were, you don't mind someone having a strike from 40 yards and pot luck. I think a few of us thought, okay, what's going to happen here? But in training, after training, he does put a load of footballs down in practice, and usually they go in the goal. So fair play to him for having the courage to do it, albeit the game was technically won. But yeah, no, I think all round, even what's nice is that for the supporters to see a goal like that as well, when they know the game's on, they can enjoy themselves, which is fantastic for them.
How do you think the AsanteManga partnership was settling up today?
I think it's going in the right direction. I don't think it's there yet. I think Quasi scores goals. Everyone knows that. When he was firing, I wasn't at the club, so it's the first real time I've seen him play live these last few games, and I love his attitude. I love how he wants to learn, he wants to improve, and there's even first half there was glimpses of them as a partnership, and second half that came out even more for him to score. Now I think he's back for injury. He's had 2 starts from injury and scored 2 goals, so that's a good record. But as I keep saying, that has to be maintained as Shamanga's record, because as a pair, teams are going to be really wary of them too. Whether they're in a one or in a pair, or even if neither of them are playing, and Paney plays, whatever. They know we've got good threats in that area, and it's important now that we don't take our foot off the gas.
Did you, as a coaching staff, have to say anything to the side about getting back on the horse after the Chelsea experience?
I think you do. You say the same cliches. We'll be in the warm-up before the game. We knew that it was going to be quite a quiet ground, with all due respect. But we knew we'd have 500-600 supporters. So the gaffer's message obviously is let's not let those supporters down, and the players know that. And they started well. I thought they started well. I think it's just a bit of a shame at half time it wasn't 1-0, 2-0, and you couldn't sort of have a bit of a breather, to know actually we're in the ascendancy here. So we knew we had to come out and hit them again to get that first goal, and definitely not take the foot off the gas defensively from set pieces or even open play, because once they get a goal ahead, no matter who you're playing, it's tough to get back into the game. So it's very, very important that we take this feeling now. The dressing room is a buzzy place, but it's not getting a carried away place, and I think when you win every week, you're aware that teams want to be the team to stop you run, and we've got to make sure that we don't let them do that.
And finally from me, your own experience of the Chelsea game last week. Obviously your father was there, he was on television as well, he was in the stand, and how emotional was it for you?
I liked his trilby he had on, that was nice. I bought him that for Christmas a few years ago, so I'm glad that he had that on. That was nice, I watched it back. It's nice seeing my mum in the stand. He doesn't go back there much, he gets invited a lot. He likes to sort of let the young uns have their day now, as he says, but it was nice to come back, and obviously he was supporting Chesterfield. If you'd asked me a few years ago if I'd be on the touchline at Chelsea coaching, I would have laughed. So yes, it's the luck of the draw, but I think it's got a special feeling about the place this year. I think I live in the town, I love the town. The way the whole place is buzzing at the minute, people have supported the club the whole life. The emotions that goal brought out in supporters who've watched them through the dark years, which there have been a lot of dark years. There's a real good feeling going on, and for me it's a pleasure to be part of that, and long may it continue.